Tonight, a global competition is unfolding, largely hidden from public view, but its impact could be felt by every nation, every industry, and every household on the planet. The stakes are enormous, with consequences that could shape our future for decades to come, influencing everything from the devices we use daily to the cars we drive and the energy that powers our lives. The United States and its allies are racing to break China's near-total monopoly over rare earth elements, materials essential for modern technology, renewable energy, and even the defense sector. These elements are the backbone of innovation, quietly powering the digital and green revolutions. This is about more than economics. It's about national security, technological independence, and the ability to control our own destiny in a rapidly changing world. Policymakers fear China could weaponize its control, halting production of electric vehicles, wind turbines, and advanced defense systems with a single decision. The ripple effects could disrupt industries, economies, and even the balance of power. The challenge is immense: build a new supply chain from scratch after decades of offshoring, mining, and processing to China. It means investing in new mines, reviving old ones, and developing cutting-edge processing technologies. The focus is on heavy, rare earths, especially dysprosium and terbium, crucial for high-performance magnets in EVs, wind turbines, and military hardware. Without them, progress in clean energy and defense grinds to a halt. As demand for these elements explodes, the West's dependence on China has become a critical vulnerability, threatening everything from economic stability to national security. For years, Western nations prioritized cheap imports over strategic security, outsourcing production and losing control over vital resources. Now, the quiet world of mineral supply chains is a frontline in global competition, where every decision could tip the scales of power. The race is on to build a secure, resilient supply of the elements that will power our future, ensuring that innovation, security, and prosperity remain in Western hands for generations to come. What makes dysprosium and terbium so vital in our modern world? These two elements might not be household names, but their impact is felt everywhere, from the devices we use daily to the technologies shaping our future. They're part of the rare earth family, 17 metals with unique properties that set them apart from all others on the periodic table. While not truly rare in the Earth's crust, these elements are scattered and difficult to extract. Mining them is a complex process, and separating dysprosium and terbium from other minerals requires advanced technology and significant effort. Their real value lies in their ability to enhance magnets, making them both heat-resistant and incredibly powerful. This is crucial for the performance of electric motors, wind turbines, and countless other high-tech applications. Without these elements, electric vehicle motors would quickly overheat, and wind turbines would lose much of their efficiency, making clean energy far less practical. They're also critical for national security. Advanced defense systems, precision-guided munitions, and radar technology all depend on these specialized magnets to function reliably under extreme conditions. The F-35 fighter jet, smart bombs, and naval sonar systems all rely on a steady, uninterrupted supply of dysprosium and terbium to maintain their technological edge. If access to dysprosium and terbium is cut off, automakers and renewable energy projects would grind to a halt, stalling progress toward a cleaner, more sustainable future. Defense production would face a severe crisis, threatening not just industry, but the very security of nations that depend on advanced technology. This vulnerability is why these obscure elements have become central to global competition, with countries racing to secure their own supplies and reduce dependence on foreign sources. The world's clean energy revolution and military superiority both hinge on a reliable flow of these rare earths. The stakes couldn't be higher. Dysprosium and terbium are quietly shaping the balance of power in the 21st century. China's dominance in rare earths is no accident. It's the result of a decades-long state-driven strategy that has been carefully orchestrated at the highest levels of government. This approach has involved not just mining, but a comprehensive plan to control every stage of the rare earth supply chain, from extraction to processing and export. In the 1990s, while other countries dismissed rare earth mining as unprofitable, environmentally hazardous, and not worth the investment, China recognized its immense strategic value. As Western nations shuttered their mines due to rising costs and environmental concerns, China ramped up production, often at the expense of the environment, but with a clear long-term vision. Deng Xiaoping's famous declaration, "The Middle East has oil, China has rare earths," was more than a slogan. It became a guiding principle for national policy, inspiring a coordinated push across government, industry, and research institutions to secure China's place as the world leader in rare earths. Through a combination of generous government subsidies, low labor costs, and relaxed environmental regulations, China was able to undercut global competitors on price. This forced many Western mines to close, leaving China as the dominant player in the market. By the early 2000s, China had not only become the world's top rare earth miner, but it also mastered the complex and highly technical process of refining and separating these minerals, an area where other countries lagged far behind. Today, China is responsible for mining about 60% of the world's rare earths, but its real power lies in processing, controlling nearly 90% of global capacity, especially for the most valuable heavy rare earth elements. This near monopoly gives China a critical advantage in global technology supply chains. This dominance gives Beijing enormous leverage over other nations. In 2010, the world saw this power in action when China abruptly cut rare earth exports to Japan during a diplomatic dispute, sending shockwaves through global markets and highlighting the risks of over-reliance on a single supplier. In recent years, China has tightened its grip even further by introducing new export controls and stricter regulations, making it even harder for other countries to access these critical materials. As a result, Western nations now face an urgent challenge: to build a parallel supply chain for rare earths that is independent of Chinese control. This involves not just mining, but also investing in processing technology, recycling, and international partnerships. The risk of supply disruption is very real, and the consequences could be immediate, affecting everything from smartphones and electric vehicles to national defense systems. The world is now racing to catch up, but China's decades-long head start will not be easy to overcome. The West's strategy to break free from China's rare earth dominance is threefold. First, secure new sources of rare earth ore in friendly, stable countries to diversify supply. Second, invest heavily in building processing and separation plants, reclaiming lost expertise and infrastructure. Third, embrace recycling, extracting rare earths from old electronics and wind turbines to create a secondary supply. Recycling can't meet all demand, but it's vital for sustainability and resilience. This approach requires unprecedented cooperation between governments and industry. Governments provide funding and streamline permits. Companies bring technical know-how. The goal: a parallel mine-to-magnet supply chain outside China's influence. It's a monumental task, but essential for economic and national security. The road to rare earth independence is fraught with challenges. Geologically, few deposits outside China have enough heavy rare earths to be viable. Many promising sites are in politically unstable or environmentally sensitive regions. Building mines and processing plants is costly and slow, often taking a decade and over $1 billion. Investors fear China could flood the market with cheap rare earths, bankrupting new projects. Strict environmental regulations in the West add complexity and cost. Unlike China's historically lax standards, there's also a shortage of skilled workers. Decades of offshoring have left a talent gap. Rebuilding expertise requires investment in education and training. Overcoming these geological, economic, environmental, and human hurdles is the alliance's central task. In response, allied nations are building a new supply chain through global partnerships. The US is funding projects like MP Materials' Mountain Pass Mine and Linus Rare Earths' Texas facility. Australia, with its rich deposits, is expanding processing capacity and supporting new mines. Canada and Europe are developing their own resources, with Sweden discovering Europe's largest rare earth deposit. Brazil is emerging as another friendly supplier. These projects are linked by international agreements, like the Minerals Security Partnership, to coordinate investment and policy. The goal: a resilient, friend-shored supply chain spanning mines, processing plants, and manufacturers across allied nations. Only through collaboration can the West compete with China's state-controlled system. Competing with China's state-backed industry is impossible without public investment. Western companies face higher costs and stricter regulations, making private investment risky. Governments are stepping in with grants, loan guarantees, and tax credits to level the playing field. The US Defense Department is funding new mines and processing plants, while legislation like the Inflation Reduction Act incentivizes domestic sourcing. Guaranteed purchase agreements give companies the certainty to invest. The aim: create a stable market for non-Chinese rare earths until the industry can stand on its own. Without sustained government support, rare earth independence will remain out of reach. The stakes are enormous. Demand for rare earths is set to skyrocket as the world shifts to clean energy and advanced technology. If the West fails to secure its own supply, it risks economic disruption and strategic vulnerability. The electric vehicle revolution depends on rare earth magnets. Without them, production halts, jobs vanish, and climate goals slip away. Wind power, too, relies on these materials. A shortage would slow renewable energy expansion and force reliance on fossil fuels. National security is on the line. Advanced military systems, from fighter jets to smart bombs, require rare earths. A supply cutoff during a crisis could cripple defense capabilities and tip the balance of power. The rare earth race is about more than economics. It's about securing the future. The promise of a clean, energy-independent world and the security of democratic nations hangs in the balance. The clock is ticking. The outcome will shape the next century. Success means building a robust, diverse supply chain, one that's not dependent on any single country. The goal isn't to replace China entirely, but to ensure the West is no longer vulnerable to coercion or disruption. Multiple mines in friendly nations, a network of processing plants, and thriving recycling will create a circular, sustainable system. This will support innovation, protect jobs, and enable the green transition. Most importantly, it will reduce geopolitical risk and strengthen alliances among democracies. A secure rare earth supply chain is a cornerstone of a free and stable world. By working together, the West can safeguard its prosperity and security. This is the ultimate prize in the race for rare earths.